Hey everyone, welcome in. I hope you're all doing really, really well. My name's Amanda, and this is the Connected Conduit, where I just open up, tippy tap in, and bring through messages for you, to you from Spirit. So, whenever you find this message you were meant to, it is timeless. And before I hit record, I asked Spirit, what are we going to talk about today? And Spirit said, ego, ego, ego. So, we all have an ego. We came to earth to experience life through the ego, but it's also our mission to transcend the ego, because the ego really is our weakness. It's our downfall. It's our pitfall. It is what hinders us. And it's so important for us to learn the lessons associated with the ego and overcome them. Okay. And by doing this work, we are expanding our consciousness, we are developing ourselves, we are expanding our awareness of ourselves. We're doing a lot of beautiful soul growth and soul development here by doing that, you guys. So the ego, it is very much, a liar. It creates noise, it creates distractions. It creates illusions, you guys. Illusion is a big word here. The ego tells lies, and pardon me, it definitely is linked to fear, control, anger, jealousy, lower vibrational things. The ego loves a comfort zone. Even if that comfort zone is toxic, it will keep us there, because the ego doesn't know what is healthy or unhealthy for us. Okay? The ego likes to think that it's keeping us safe by keeping us stuck in one place, right? Like, oh, don't go over there. We don't know what's over there. That's the unknown. We're safe here. But it doesn't really know what's safe, because more often than not, where we are is not really where we're meant to be. We're meant to continually progress, move, flow, grow, ascend, transcend, move forward, make changes. So it's just really important to be mindful of that, you guys. Okay, the ego, now I feel like there's something tickling me there. The ego loves a comfort zone, but it doesn't know anything else. Okay, so it creates illusions in that respect. So I am picking up on the moon energy, fear of the unknown, and the importance of shadow work at this time. Okay, now is a really good time to do some shadow work. So I'm going to pull from my shadow work deck. I'm also going to be pulling from the Mary Magdalene Oracle, okay, because this is all about transcending the ego and stepping into love, trust, and faith, you guys, right? So Spirit was saying that a lot of us need to look at control, specifically control when it comes to, fear around being authentic, and we have to let go of control around that. And we need to step into our authentic selves, and we need to let go of control when it comes to specific outcomes that we want. We need to really step into trust and go with the flow, and not be so controlling when it comes to our lives. Okay, like, it's good to have plans, it's good to have dreams and goals and all of this, but it's so important to be open and flexible and go with the flow, and be open to the multitude of ways that the universe wishes to surprise you. Okay, a lot of you, what I've been told, you're trying to avoid judgments of others, or you're trying to avoid embarrassment, so you're not being your true authentic self, and that is directly linked to fear, and fear is linked to the ego. And so Spirit just wants us to get away from that, okay, as much as possible. Show the world the real, true, authentic you, and just know that people who are meant for you will find you. All right. Yeah, so let's see. Let's dig into the Oracle of Pluto. See what kind of shadow work the collective can focus on right now for their greatest and highest good. Spider. spider. So they're shadow puppets. All right, we're gonna go to the guidebook for this. I'll pause it while I find it. Okay, I found it. And while I was flipping through the book, you guys, I had to clear my throat like so hard. And before this reading, I was clearing my throat like crazy. So a lot of you have fear around speaking your truth, okay? And Spirit's gonna help you work through that. But many of you are experiencing some sort of throat chakra blockage. And we're gonna work on that, okay? You're gonna work on that. Spirit's gonna work on that with you, and we're gonna get you where you need to be. Okay, spider. The meaning is, if I can read it, weaving your own destiny, creative freedom, inner genius. The spider is the ultimate creator, tapping into its inner genius to weave the perfect web required to entangle its prey. Free from any outside influence of how the web should be, the spider relies solely on its own wants, needs, and desires to achieve its goals. Like the snake and the eagle, the spider is another symbol that has permeated cultures and spiritual communities throughout history and around the globe. If either or both of these cards appears along with the spider, take that as an affirmation that you are deep into your own spiritual initiation and indeed are along the right path. Regardless, the spider asks us about our own inner genius. We all have one, and it's likely that yours is begging to come out. Relinquish the traps of perfectionism, comparison. Relinquish the traps of perfectionism, comparison, and admiration. Cut off and cut out any outside distractions that do not feed the authenticity of your inner genius. I repeat, cut off and cut out any outside distractions that do not feed the authenticity of your inner genius. Whatever it is that is waiting to be unleashed from within is perfect just the way it is, because it is yours. Consider that concepts such as good, no, this is a typo. Concepts such as good, bad, pretty, and ugly are subjective and are often labels that have nothing to offer something that is raw, powerful, or important. Yeah, so what they're saying here, you guys, is to be careful of the judgments you place upon yourself and your work, and don't worry about embarrassment or the judgments or the opinions of others. All that matters is what you think, okay, about your work, and that's that. Because when we care about judgments or embarrassment, we tend to hold back, and then we're not authentic, and then we're not being raw, and the work is not powerful, and we take away from the potency of what it is that we're creating. So just allow your work to be whatever it wants to be, you guys, and don't worry about it. Like, I can even give you an example. Like, in my videos, you guys, like, I fast during my videos and my stomach will rumble. Do you know how many videos I could have deleted because my stomach was rumbling, and I would have been like, oh, that's embarrassing. People are going to hear my stomach rumbling. Delete, delete, delete. That would have deleted so many good messages. So no, I was like, no, who cares? Who cares if my tummy's rumbling? It is what it is. People can just see past that, and they can listen to the message and not get hung up on my tummy rumbling, right? So, but there have been videos where I did delete. And then I was like, I have to stop doing that. I have to stop doing that. Okay? Or like, I fumble and trip over my words all the time. My videos are anything but perfection. They're a mess, let's be honest, guys. You know, but they're a beautiful mess in their own special way. Right? And this is what Spirit wants you to be. Just be you, flaws and all, you know, warts and all. Okay, so we've got further reflection. Wow, this writing is tiny. I think I need glasses, you guys. This is bad. The ancient Greeks coined the word daimon, which refers to the genius of an individual. It is believed that each of us has a daimon, and it is this helpful or benevolent spirit that helps us to nourish this genius. If you could pinpoint your daemon, it's daemon, it's not diamond. I pronounced that wrong. It's daemon. If you could pinpoint your daemon, what would it be? Write it a letter. Write your daemon a letter. Introduce yourself. Make it an offering. Huh, interesting. Make it an offering. A daemon. The genius of an individual. So we all have this inner genius and it wants to come out, but the ego keeps getting in our way and blocking our creative genius, our inner genius. Okay, so let's whoop-cha, take back control here, guys. Okay, remember that the meaning of the spider is all about weaving your own destiny and being very free creatively and allowing that inner genius out. So I love that. I love that for the collective, you guys. I think that is very beautiful, very poignant, and very powerful. Okay. Yes, yes, yesity, yes. What else? We're going to go to the Mary Magdalene Oracle. It's going to be an interesting collaboration of energies here. Two very different decks, two very different vibes. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. Yeah, I really like that. Weaving your destiny, not holding yourself back, creating, you know, letting your web be what it wants to be. Maybe you don't want to weave your web like other spiders, you know? Maybe you want to create a new design. Testimony. Love is stronger than death. Love is stronger than death. 12:21 on the timestamp. That is a 3-3. I'm going to go to the guidebook and we'll read this. Okay, testimony. Love is stronger than death. To give testimony is to publicly place our lives on the line in order to stand up for what we believe in. The testimony that Mary Magdalene gives to the court of Tiberius Caesar is still celebrated at Easter in the Eastern Orthodox Church, with the tradition of exchanging red eggs. According to legend, Mary Magdalene traveled to the court of Tiberius Caesar after Christ was crucified in order to give testimony to witnessing his resurrection. Because of her high social standing, she was given an audience before the court. I've always imagined that the testimony she then gave of Christ's resurrection was her first sermon. We can only imagine how she described what it was like to see Christ at the empty tomb. What it was like to see two angels standing where his head and feet had been. What it was like, why am I crying? Why am I crying? What it was like for the angels to ask her, "Why are you weeping?" And then for her to turn and see a familiar looking gardener who asked her the same question, "Why are you weeping?" And how it was only when the gardener said her name, it was only when she heard her name in his voice that she recognized Christ. What? Love, I have always imagined her saying, is stronger than death. Love is stronger than death. If we can see with the eye of the heart, there is no separation between this world and the next. The love that Christ and Mary embodied in life endures the loss of the physical body. Mary picked up an egg as she was testifying to Christ's resurrection. I've imagined this is because she wanted to point us to the truth that all life comes from within. And because she saw Christ from within her with the eye of the heart, I've imagined that for her, the egg, as a symbol of the divine feminine, was a good visual to try to help the court grasp that we each contain a soul within us, like a yolk within an egg. Caesar was not persuaded by Mary's testimony, so he allegedly declared to her, "A body can no more resurrect than that egg in your hand turn red." The egg in Mary's hand immediately turned red. Soul voice meditation. What do I testify to be true in this moment? What do I testify to be true in this moment? Wow. My apologies for breaking down into tears. That was very emotional for me. I really felt her energy coming through like so strong, you guys, and the messages were just really hitting my heart space like full throttle. And it's crazy that I started crying at the part where she was crying, and then the angels asked her, "Why are you weeping?" Because life is eternal. Wow. Okay, my apologies. So, okay. The takeaway from this is that love is stronger than death. And we are a soul, an eternal soul having a human experience, you guys. And to just come back to that, to come back to love. And don't fear, okay? Because again, maybe some of you are fearing death. I'm not sure. Remember that death is a transition into the spirit world. There are no final endings. The physical body does die, but our soul lives on. Maybe some of you will be doing something really special this Easter. I don't know if you celebrate Easter or not. I mean, we do, but we usually just do like an Easter egg hunt here. But after reading this, I'm kind of inspired to maybe do something with a red egg. I'm not sure what that will be, but perhaps some of you are also being inspired to do something really special for yourself or your family, a special little tradition if you don't have one. That's really beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna let that sink in. I'm just gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let it sink in. Also, another thing too that just came to mind was that it's about trusting. It's about having faith and trust and belief, and not having to like see the physical tangible results, but to just know it on the inside. You know, a lot of people have this mindset like, well, I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, and we're moving away from that. We have to move away from that because there's certain things that we're not going to see, but that we have to believe in. If we were shown everything, then what would be the point of faith, right? No one would have to have faith or trust because it would just be so easy. It would be so obvious for everyone to see. Okay, so that's part of the mystery here, the spiritual mystery. There's going to be some things that we don't ever see or don't ever understand. And that's for our greatest and highest good. It's for our evolution, because we're not meant to. Because part of our lesson here is to learn how to have faith and trust and believe in ourselves and the divine. Okay, that's part of our soul's growth here. Okay, alrighty. Let's pull from the Flower Child Tarot. I keep getting a song. Music is the vibe. Let it open up your eyes. Music is the vibe. Find the feeling. Do, 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 do. It's a song from the 90s, you guys. Find the feeling. Okay, find the feeling. Find the feeling. Music is the vibe. Let it open up your eye, the eye of your heart. You know, I love that. I loved what Mary Magdalene was saying about seeing through the eye of the heart, using the heart to guide you, to trust in what the heart knows, to trust in what the heart sees. We have the Chariot, the Three of Cups, and the Moon coming out. I have to kind of censor the Three of Cups, but there we go. The Chariot, the Three of Cups, and the Moon. Okay. So, okay. The Chariot is about moving forward very quickly with determination, focus, willpower, and drive and assertiveness. You know, just picking a path, picking the path that is closest to your heart and the farthest away from the ego. Okay. And I really do love that for you, you guys. Spirit really wants you to take action in your life and go for things that you want, and don't hold yourself back. Express yourself authentically in all areas of your life. With the Moon here, that is illusion. It's the illusion that is created from the ego, okay? Like, I'm not good enough, my work won't be well received, or this should be perfect, or that person will never go for me, or I'm not made for anything more than this. You know, all of these are lies, 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 lies that the ego tells us, okay, in order to control us. And we have to really break free from that, you guys, okay? Breaking free from our comfort zones is going to be really important moving forward here, you guys, okay? Because what you want is not in your comfort zone. Let me tell you, it is not. It is not, okay? It is not in your comfort zone. With the Three of Cups here, I'm getting, you know, this is a group, a social group, friends, family, a support network, finding your tribe. Okay, for those of you who are searching for your soul tribe, they're coming in, and they're going to come in when you show the world the real you, when you're really truly authentic, and then you will align with your peeps, your people who really truly get you and support you and see you for you. All right. And a lot of you will be getting back out there, celebrating, having fun, dating, making new friends, forming new relationships that are in alignment with your truth. So I really like this. Also, Spirit is celebrating you, you guys, because you have done a lot of work, and it hasn't been easy up to this point. Okay, but there's still like some tweaking to do, some more growth, some more learning, and we can always evolve. We can always grow and learn, and we can always, you know, improve. We always can, which is a wonderful thing, because there's no limit to our growth and our ascension. We can just keep expanding, 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 learning, learning, learning. And how exciting is that? There's no limit, there's no cap, none of that, none of that. Anything else you want to bring forth for the collective? The Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is about taking action. This is about going for things, making things happen, you know, very quickly, with assertiveness, being direct, using your voice, creating change in your life for the better. So Spirit really, really, really wants the collective to move, okay? Move, go, move, do it. Put yourself out there, create, push yourself beyond your comfort zone, push through fear. Be very mindful of the illusions that the ego is creating for you, okay? What type of illusions is the ego creating for the collective right now specifically? The Three of Pentacles. So this could have something to do with work, a creative project, building something, creating something. It's your creative projects, I would say. You guys need to know that you have a lot of untapped creative genius within you, right? Just like in that spider card. And Spirit wants you to start exploring with that and really letting it out. Like, be wild, untamed, free, raw, authentic. Don't hold yourself back, okay? Show the world the real you. Cry. Just like me, okay? Or whatever, like whatever you want to do here. We are holding ourselves back in some way, which is hindering our creative projects and our creative expression. And the most success is going to come from the real, raw, authentic, organic stuff, man. Okay, organic, no pesticides here, I'm telling you. Right? Like, let the weeds, let the imperfections be there. You don't need to go around and have it be perfect. You know, you don't have to go around and spray things with pesticides and try to create a perfect work of art or a perfect novel or a perfect song or a perfect podcast or whatever it is, okay? Like, allow the weeds to be there in all their glory and have them add to the tapestry of wonderment. Have them add to the picture. Include them. Look at them. You know, don't ignore them. Hey, they're a part of this world too, right? Like, there's certain parts of you that you should embrace, okay? We should all be embracing certain parts of ourselves that we have misjudged, okay? Maybe we think, oh, that's weak to be like that, or that's embarrassing to say those things or put myself out there like that, or that's embarrassing to show the world that side of me. You know, I'm going to suppress that part of me. But the divine is going, every part of you is beautiful, and we want you to see that. Don't judge certain parts of you as ugly or bad, okay? Let go of those judgments. And that was coming through in the testimony card here when I was reading from the book, right? Like, don't judge. I can't find it. I'm going to pause it. My bad. It was in the other book, but I knew I read it somewhere. Consider that concepts such as good, bad, pretty, and ugly are subjective and are often negative labels that have nothing to offer something that is raw, powerful, or important. They have nothing to offer, you guys. These labels do nothing, okay? Because a lot of times what we may label as bad or ugly are actually raw, real, powerful, poignant, and important. So let's stop cutting those parts out, the parts that really truly matter, because honestly, you guys, like, we're moving away from perfection and we're moving more into authenticity and embracing our mistakes and looking at our oopsie doopsies or whoopsie whoopsies as like, oh wow, what a happy little mistake. Take it from Bob Ross, right? He'll be painting and he'll be like, oops, that's okay. That's what I call a happy little mistake. Look, we're going to turn that happy little mistake into a beautiful little sunrise, and voila, right? What mistake? I just see creative inspiration. So this is what we need to move towards, you guys. This is it. This was the message. If you're still here, thank you so much for powering through. You are my ride or dies. I hope you got something positive and beneficial from this reading. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. The good, the bad, the ugly, or whatever it was to you. I don't know. Let's not judge it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. You just go out there and you be you. Do you. And don't worry about it. Okay? So this is where I will sign off. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you all the good vibes. Remember to stay aligned, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Yeah. Go out there and smash it. Okay, bye.